Google held the Android I/O show and it was painful. Hi, welcome to ZGadgetReview. If you're new here or you've been here before but haven't subscribed yet, I'm on a quest to hit 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to ask you to help me out by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you. Google had a big show in order to show off Android 17's new features. If you're the type of person who has been avoiding Gemini on their phone, who has tried their hardest to not use AI on their phone, well, here comes Google to shove it down your throat because you have to use it whether you like it or not. Started with the newest iteration of Android, Gemini is going to be all tied up in there and is going to be a part of the experience. Again, whether you like it or not. And it all starts with Gemini Intelligence, now more intelligent than it was before. Google is once again touting how great Gemini is and how important it is for you to have it in your life, how easier it is going to make everything for you. Gemini Intelligence is going to have access to every part of your life, starting with your phone. Gemini Intelligence is going to work across all Android devices. It's going to be a thing that is going to be part of the Android ecosystem. Some of the examples that they have given a million times before and now again, but this time new, is that Gemini Intelligence will be able to look into your calendar and see when you are available or if you're available and somebody is asking you to meet. It's going to be able to buy tickets for events for you, is going to be able to find places for you to go, is going to be able to make reservations for you. So Gemini Intelligence is going to be able to do everything for you in theory, because we have heard these promises before and they haven't come to fruition yet. I feel like even before Gemini existed, they have these features that are going to make your life easier. And I personally have not really found that that's the case, but supposedly this time it's going to be different. Another thing that you'll be able to do using the amazing capabilities of Gemini is, for example, taking a picture of a brochure. And let's say in this example that they gave, you're going on a trip and you can use your favorite app and ask Gemini to create a trip going to that specific thing on the brochure for, let's say, a group of 6. This technically is the introduction of agents within Gemini. Technically, Gemini here is working as an agent. They're not calling it an agent because I'm sure that will confuse people. So they're rolling the agents just right into the experiences for the AI to do things for you. And not only that, something truly amazing and life-saving is coming to Android, something that you probably have been asking for to come and please save you from having to do this. And that is filling out forms. Gemini will be able to automatically fill out those dreaded forms that you spend day in and day out filling out. Every time you see a form, you cry, you break down and go like, oh, how am I going to do this? What kind of evil exists in this world that is making me fill out these forms? Well, Gemini, again, will be able to fill out the information. You'll be able to store your ID, passport, driver's license, whatever identification you have. And of course, Gemini will pull out that information and put it into the form because, I mean, I don't know how we did this before this existed. But there is more, because Android isn't done trying to make you the laziest human being around. Now here they come again to take your agency away by making voice to text easier and devoid, of course, of all personality, because the AI is just going to do whatever it wants with your words. Let's say that moving your fingers over a keyboard is such a painful exercise for you, you'll be able to use voice to text. If you find challenging having a conversation via voice to text, in the example that they gave is setting up plans to go out to dinner with someone. If it's so difficult for you to do something like that, well, don't worry about it, because Gemini will be able to do it for you.
Hey, do you want to get lunch tomorrow? No, wait, shoot, I have a thing. Let's do Wednesday at Mario's. No, actually, let's do Amy's Pizza. And yeah, I will let you order the pineapple. And Rambler can follow what I'm saying, organize it, and turn it into what I wanted to write.
Now, I don't know who talks like this guy does, because if I am going to make plans with someone or a group of people to meet somewhere, I already know what day I'm available to do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to reach out to the person or the people to set something up if I don't have an idea of when I'm available. A usual conversation when you're setting up something with someone goes a little bit like this. Hey, would you like to get together for dinner? Would you like to get together for a movie? Would you like to get together for this concert? I am available on these dates. Do those dates work for you? Wait for the person to reply. Then you reply back. And then you go back and forth just like that. And then you have a conversation. I don't need Gemini to be involved in because I already know what my conversation, like... I get that Google needs to find a reason and an excuse on why they're adding this to their phones and to give you a reason to use this crap. But I mean, seriously, I never not once have I been texting with someone using voice to text and being like, wait, I'm not available that day. Wait, I'm not available that other day either. Who does that? Seriously, some of these features so far feel like Android is reaching really hard to try to tell you, you need this. You really need this. They did announce one thing here that I thought was actually pretty cool, and that is the creation of widgets. You'll be able to use Gemini to create widgets customized to what you need, the information that you want, the information that you need, and that is something that's actually pretty cool. That is something that's actually useful, unlike the other things that I just talked about. And that is something that, of course, you're just going to type up, what it is you're looking for to do and stuff like that. And technically, Android is going to create it in the background, and that widget is going to be available again across all your Android devices. So if you have a watch, if you have a laptop or whatever it is, it's going to be available there. They announced a partnership with Meta so you can upload your pictures to Instagram directly, effortlessly. I don't know. I don't really do much on Instagram, so I'm not the target for this. But what they said is that you'll be able to also clean up the audio. So if you're taking a video and you want to put it up on Instagram, but let's say you're in the street, you can clean up the audio so your voice is more prominent versus background noise. I guess that's useful for people who do this kind of things. The other big announcement when it comes to this Instagram stuff is that Gemini is going to be able to clean up and enhance the pictures before you put them up. Even if they are older pictures, they're going to add this pop. If you are having trouble staying away from social media, if you have issues focusing on things in your life because social media is a thing that you can get away from, Google is trying to figure out a solution for you, and they're calling it Pause Point. And it's technically things that are supposed to curb your necessity or your craving of going into that social media. If you grab your phone and you try to go to social media, one example that they gave is that you can put pictures of things that will deter you from going into social media. For example, I personally think that if you really can't stay away from social media and that is so strong that it's creating issues in your life, you should probably seek help and look for probably therapists that can help you get the tools to stop that kind of behavior. I don't think that relying on what a company that is actually depending on your engagement with their products is the solution to this problem. So if you're one of those people who has this issue, don't rely on these companies. They're not really there to help you. They're just really there to put a band-aid over the problem instead of finding a solution. That's just my 2 cents on that. Another useful feature that is coming to Android is that Quickshare is going to be compatible with AirDrop. Yes, if you have people in your family, for example, who have iOS, then you'll be able to share things via AirDrop with them. That is an actual useful feature. Android, I will give you a clap for that. Android Auto is going to get a facelift. Finally, a much needed facelift. Android Auto will be able to adapt to different screens. Doesn't matter what screen Android Auto is plugged into, it'll be able to give you the same experience. The other thing that we're going to get is an update to Google Maps, so you get a 3D map that has more detail and it's easier to be able to tell what streets you're on, lanes, and all those details that sometimes get lost. Another thing that you're going to get is full customization on this. You'll be able to get widgets on Google Auto and you'll be able to customize it so it works best for you. Right now, sorry, I keep saying Google Auto, I mean Android Auto. Right now, the Android Auto experience is pretty much the same across the board. You get the same type of things. That customization is very limited. It looks like Google is trying to do away with that and allow you to have the experience that works best for you. Another thing they're adding is that you'll be able to watch videos on this screen. Now, that isn't coming to everyone. It's only coming to a specific car manufacturers for now. I'm sure that Google, as it moves forward, it'll make more deals with other companies and probably roll out in other places. You're also going to get Dolby Atmos sound. And I feel that Android Auto is not only going to be, of course, navigation and stuff like that, but it's also trying to grab some of the entertainment features that a lot of companies have added to their cars. For example, Tesla allows you to do things like this. Now, that is also pretty cool. And again, another useful feature. Then for some reason, they decided to dig out Paris Hilton from wherever Paris Hilton comes from, and they just put her there to parrot the same thing that we had just seen. The big surprise was Google Books. Google Books is a laptop that is going to technically replace the Chromebook. Google Books is going to be the new Chromebook. Difference here is that Google Books is being built from the ground up around Gemini. One of the big examples that they give is something that you will probably be thinking and asking for many years, or at least since AI became a thing, which was like, 2-3 years. And you were like, how can I, get access to Gemini in an easier way than just using my voice or anything? I know what you can do. You can wiggle on the trackpad, and that is going to trigger Gemini to come up. Then you can proceed to continue to give up your agency, to continue to let AI do everything for you because, Google thinks that you can't do a simple task answering an email. And I'm not talking about a work email. In the example that they have here, they show a personal email of, again, somebody contacting you to go out, to hang out, a friend, someone who you already know, someone who you have a relationship with. Here, they make it seem like you're going to have to deal with this gargantuan task of responding to this email from a friend about getting together. And because I guess these people at Google have so many issues just answering a goddamn email or sending a goddamn text, you can use, you guessed it, Gemini to answer for you. Because again, God forbid you use your fingers and type up the words, yes, I'm available. When do you want to hang out? Or no, I'm not available right now, but I will be available on this date. If Google's trying to sell these Google Books, you need to give me more than Gemini being able to answer an email for me and Gemini being able to put pictures together for me. And they did. Yes, they did. Of course, I forgot. They told you Gemini in Google Books will be able to do what? Build widgets for you. Yeah, exactly. They just told us about you being able to build a widget on your phone using Gemini, telling us that this works across every Android platform. Google Books can do it too. In case you needed a third thing in order to spend money on one of these, I'm going to assume underpowered laptops. Now, before you get excited about Google building hardware, that is not the case. Google is not going to be building these Google Books. They are partnering with Acer, Asus, Lenovo, Dell, and HP. They will be handling the hardware manufacturing. Let's talk about the actual event. I'm going to give a quick review of the event because this event, as previous Google events, they used to not be like this. They have gotten like this in the last 2 years. And I don't know why, but they were cringy. They were bad. These people were making jokes that, calling them jokes is an insult to jokes. This attempt at humor needs to stop from Google because they are bad at it. I feel that meme where people pretend to laugh at people's jokes was created specifically for this event. As already mentioned, they had a celebrity parodying what had been said before. I don't understand what the reason for her to be there was. You're pulling up this pseudo-celebrity to tell me about Android Auto because that is supposed to make me want to use it. Like, I don't understand. And to Google, I don't understand why they're adding this dash of entertainment to these events that the average person isn't watching. The reason why you try to make these things entertaining, if you can call any of the things that they were doing entertaining, is because you have people who know much about this in order to keep them hooked, in order to give them focus on what you're trying to present. But the average person isn't watching this. The average person doesn't even know that this happened today. You know who's watching this? Geeks like me. That's who's watching this. People like me who are sitting here watching the video. We don't need that so-called razzle-dazzle that you're trying to put on screen. And if you're trying to do that, if you're trying to infuse personality into these events, your employees, they are not the people to do it. They don't have the personality to do this. Hell, they can't even answer their own emails or text messages. They need to create Gemini to do it for them. I mean, come on. That's the kind of people you're trying to have entertained the people watching this. If you want to entertain people, then hire professionals. Anyway, yes, as you can tell, I am not excited about this AI stuff. I know there's a lot of people who are not either. I know there's a lot of people who didn't want Gemini on their phones and they've been trying to stay away from using it because they don't want to deal with it. And now Google is just forcing it on people, which it was just a matter of time. They have to get people to adopt it. They have to get people to use it. They need the users in order to excuse the amount of money that they're spending on this. And the only way that they can make it happen is forcing you to do it. And that's where we are. I mean, I'm sure Apple is going to do it at some point as well. Now, I can think once of having the need to ask an AI to write an email for me, because I am capable of doing it myself. I've been doing it for years. So yes, I am not very excited about this. I think this is one of the worst events that Google has had. The saying goes, this could have been an email. We didn't need all of this for this. What do you think about the new Android features? Are you excited about any of them? In my opinion, I counted 3.5. Do you have any other ones? Do you use any of the features that already exist that are similar to the features that they are announcing? Let me know in the comment section. That is it for me. Go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up. If you really have the channel, go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.